Hey guys, Merrick here with the Movement Real Estate Group, and this is a quick market update for May 2021. So let's jump right in. You guys know the routine, and if you're wondering why I look different, it's my hair, it's curly. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nobody cares. Anyways, Movement 2021, May, let's go. So sales in Abbotsford, 458. So we were looking at 458 transactions in Abbotsford. Obviously, we are still way above the 10-year average for sales. We are up 92% from the 10-year average, and we are up 336% from the year over year. So year over year, last April, obviously the beginning of COVID, the market went on pause, if you will. Very, very few transactions. Everyone was waiting to see what was going to happen. And so now obviously we're making up for that in a huge way. So let's talk about the Greater Vancouver and the Fraser Valley year over year residential detached homes. So we're not talking about condos or townhouses in this particular slide, just the detached homes, just to give you kind of a synopsis of what's going on. We talked about this last month. If you guys remember last month, we had, really hot in Chilliwack, Abbotsford, Mission, we're up 30%. And then we didn't see quite as much year over year growth in towards around Vancouver. Vancouver was around 12%, Richmond 14 and 12. So a little bit cooler. Obviously, if you're getting a 12% year over year growth in a home, that's insanely good. That's a lot of increase in value. So look at this month. So a little bit more aggressive with the increase in prices. With the exception of West Vancouver, everything has gone up. I'll go back. You can see this. Flip back and forth here. So 18% in West Vancouver, the only one that's gone down. 22% in North Vancouver. 14% now year over year price increase in Vancouver. 18 and 16 in Burnaby respectively. Delta jumping up, 30% increase in price year over year. So Delta's doing really well. Tsawwassen, North Van, Coquitlam, and White Rock all sitting around that 21, 22% year over year growth. Again, that's residential detached homes in those areas. So now Surrey, Port Moody, Pitt Meadows, all sitting at 27, 26%. Looking at Maple Ridge, City of Langley, and the Township of Langley, all sitting around 29, 30%. And we're looking at Mission, Abbotsford, and Chilliwack, all sitting at a disgusting 36%, 35% year over year. That means that the return on that is insane. Remember, when you buy a property, you're using 20% down, let's say. So if you're getting a 35% growth year over year, you're getting that on the whole property value. So it's insane right now what's happening if you think about it in those terms. I mean, the stock markets, everything's been doing well in the last year, except for up till recently anyways. But that's just a staggering thing. So the big question, again, so let's go year over year transactional volume before I get into my next point here. So the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, they're up 339% from this month last year. Fraser Valley up 339% as well. So that's that's actually both boards up the same amount, which is crazy. And then the Chilliwack board, they're up 249%. So when you look at those numbers, it looks staggering just to think of, but let's look at where we were last month to this month to kind of keep it in perspective. Remember, COVID happened April, so this is why these numbers are kind of where they are. These are still insane high numbers. So if COVID never happened, these numbers are still astronomically high. Last month, however, they were even higher. So if we look at last month, we're down 13% in Vancouver. We're down 9% in the Fraser Valley, and we're down 30% in Chilliwack. So the cooling of the market is a little bit happening, yes. What you're seeing here is, there's lots of listings on the market, believe it or not. I know it feels like there's not a lot. Prices are going to start to normalize a little bit. What's happening is realtors are now pricing it at those higher numbers, so we're not seeing the 15 offers and 100 and 200 over asking. We're starting to normalize a little bit, which is great for buyers, because then you can look at something and you qualify for it. You can get that property that you're looking for. So what this graph though shows is that we are down a little bit with all transactions. So that's townhouses, apartments, and residential detached homes. We're down a little bit from last month. So hopefully we start to see a little bit more normalization happening in the market. However, even though we're down the 13.9 and 30%, keep in mind, it's still way, way hotter than average. It's way, way above what the 10-year average would be. So when we talk about normalizing, it's with coal notes. Like it's not a big normalization that we're seeing. Unfortunately, what we're seeing is a little bit of a cooling, maybe not enough to really make a dent. So people are asking, well, is this just happening in BC, Merrick? Is it hot anywhere else? What's going on? Let's take a look at the Toronto area. So Toronto, 27% year over year on prices. Scarborough, 44%. Markham, you can just look at Pickerton, Ajax, Whitby, Oshawa, all up, 39, 33, 37%. I'll leave that up there where you can take a look at it. King City up 43%. Vaughan up 43%. So big shout out to my cousin, Melissa. Thank you for sending me the numbers. She is a realtor in Toronto. She's my cousin. And so if you ever need anyone in the Toronto area, she's great. I always recommend her. Next, let's look at this. So is this a Canadian issue? Are prices year over year only happening in Canada right now? What's going on? I asked one of my other colleagues, Jason, a friend of mine, Inman in California, hey, send me some numbers for California. I want to look at something. He did. So let's look at California. We're looking at Santa Maria, 66% year over year price increase. Santa Barbara, 66 as well. Los Angeles county area is 22%. Irving is 16%. Outside, the high desert, Victorville, 30% year over year. Bakersville, 19%. Fresno, 23%. San Francisco, 21%. Just north of Oakland, I can't remember the name of that county, but that was 29%. Modesto, 19%. Monterey, 36.9%. Look familiar? I mean, this is not just happening in BC, folks. Don't think that we are in a bubble. This is cheap money everywhere. Everything is going nuts right now in real estate. There are other markets. I asked a friend in Washington, D.C. He sent me some numbers. They're looking like 25% year over year on homes. Had another colleague in Winnipeg send me some numbers, and they're doing really well year over year. So literally everything is jumping up. It's not just BC, it's not just Abbotsford, it's not just the Fraser Valley. It's a lot of markets, North America right now, cheap money, making things jump up like crazy. So getting back into our market, let's look at it. We got 36%, 36%, and 35% in Chilliwack. I mean, that's year over year, huge increase in detached homes. And obviously we're looking at April to April because we're looking at April's numbers for May. So yeah, this is it. I mean, my final thoughts on this, we're going to see these numbers kind of, the graph is going to look similar like it is right now for the rest of the year. Prices really started jumping up in October. So until we get to October for year to year, it's going to look like, the 2020 was like this, 2021 upwards projectile. So is the market going to normalize? Will there be a price correction? It's hard to say. I don't like predicting the market. There's so many factors at a global level that contribute to our local market. I'm looking at the supply and demand issue intensely, and the issue is great. Lumber now going up in price is very scary because the cost of building has gone up huge. An extra $50,000 per home in just lumber costs is insane. So expect that to get pushed on to the end user. So with new construction going up in price, I don't see the prices coming down, maybe staying what they are for a while, but I don't see them coming down in any respect for a while. We just have too many people and not enough houses. We got to start building a little bit faster. The government could step in potentially and limit the amount of investment properties someone can own. It's not the idea of foreign buyers, I don't think is necessarily true. it's something, it counts, 8 to 15% of ownership in BC. It's not massive, but we really need to increase the production of homes. And I think that we need to start allowing for urban sprawling. I don't agree with the density. Young families have to live in condos. I think that they should allow more lots to be built, more small entry-level houses for young families like myself. I've got 3 kids. That's who gets screwed when the market jumps up. You got the old baby boomers living on $1.4 million in equity. They're super happy. They don't want to see more sprawling. But the young families, the immigrants, they're the ones that can't buy a house because they can't afford it. So their kids are now in a condo or a townhouse, which is not what people want. So the product people want is a detached home, is in that middle age bracket. And I think we need more of them. I think more of them on the market is going to help prices come down. So anyways, those are my thoughts. Take it with a grain of salt. They're just opinion. But if you have any questions, again, my name is Merrick with the Movement Real Estate Group. I'm out of Abbotsford. We serve the whole Fraser Valley. And then I love giving information on the Greater Vancouver Regional District. If you have questions anywhere, you want a specific price, townhouse, apartment, anything like that, ask us. No obligation. We won't harass you. Send me a question. I love answering, helping people out. That's what we do. So again, Merrick with the Movement Real Estate Group. Thanks for tuning in.